How do you lose a game like that? For real. How? I have no idea how. And yeah, look at the background here because that sequence in the fourth quarter was as ice cold as this game was and as this team was tonight. Let's get into this recap because I just want to get this over with. What's going on, everybody? I'm Mac, back with another video. As always, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, follow on Instagram. Link is down in the box below. 24-19. Browns win it in Cleveland tonight. And I'll be honest, I had a feeling, I had a suspicion that this might be a bad game for the Steelers because I think any Steeler fan with half a brain cell who's watched this team since Mike Tomlin became head coach in '07, heck, even back to the days when Bill Cowher was still here, would know that this is a potential trap game because this is what they do. They play down to the level of the competition, they overlook them, and before you know it, the game is way closer than it should be. But in this case, it's not even like it was that. It was like the Steelers were outplaying them at one point of the game, and they just couldn't get anything going. I have no words. And yes, I can sit down here for hours and talk about how awful the defense was tonight, especially on fourth down. I mean, the Browns were, how does this make any sense at all? The Browns didn't convert a single third down all game. They didn't convert a single third down all game. But when it comes to fourth down, they're perfect. They're converting fourth downs like it's nothing at all. In a blizzard, in under 30-degree weather, against this defense that is called a top 5 defense in the league. Wrap your head around that, guys. The Browns were perfect on fourth down tonight. And we were clueless on fourth down tonight. We were clueless, period, through the first 3.5 quarters of the game. So, like I said, I can sit down here and talk about the defense. I can sit down here and talk about the atrocious play calling. I mean, it was a total team failure tonight. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. Arthur Smith, he had his head up as you-know-where the entire game, especially on that 4th and 2 in the first quarter where you put Justin Fields in the game, where I agree. I agree with the effort on 4th and 2 right there, but here's the thing about running an RPO. If you're going to run an RPO, aren't you supposed to have receivers open? There was no one open on that play. And Fields had an opening to his left, but he couldn't find it. Swallowed up by the Browns, and Myles Garrett just destroyed us tonight, man. I mean, he had what, 3 sacks and a forced fumble? It's inexcusable, man. At one point, we outgained the Browns 154-19, and we were only ahead 3-0. And then the Browns, they basically put the game out of reach when they had a 12-play, 7-minute touchdown drive. That was after Russell Wilson fumbled the ball because Garrett swallowed him up on that play. And there was just zero awareness by everyone on the field right there. I mean, I mean, Mason McCormick, I love you, man, but you were just standing around there like an idiot, not even putting your head on a swivel, knowing that, oh, my quarterback just got strip sacked and the ball's live. I better try and make a play on it and get active. No, he just stands there. Complete lack of preparation, complete underestimating the opponent. Again, I'm not mad that the Steelers lost, okay? I'm mad at the way that they lost tonight. So let's just skip everything and let's go to the fourth quarter when the Steelers are actually, believe it or not, ahead in this game 19-18 because they got back-to-back touchdown drives when Russell Wilson, well, it was I'm sorry, Jalen Warren got the first touchdown of the night for us late in the fourth quarter that made it 18-12. Missed the 2-point conversion. Or no, wait, it was 18-13. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the second touchdown. But the second touchdown came at a great time. Nick Herbig, who I keep saying is a great substitute for Alex Highsmith, comes off the edge, completely blindsides Jameis Winston for, believe it or not, our first sack of the game. Where was the pressure all game? I mean, Jameis Winston, he could have sat back there and had like, he could have sat back on a sofa, put his legs up on an ottoman, sat back, ate a pizza, drank a beer, and he still would have found his receivers. That's how untouched he was. Where was the pressure? But thankfully, Herbig was able to come around the corner, blindsided him in the snow. He coughs up the ball. Patrick Queen recovers it. And Pat Queen did get hurt in this game, but he came back, so looks like it was nothing too severe, thankfully. But he recovered the fumble there. And then the very next play, Russ has Pickens wide open in the end zone, misses him. How do you miss Pickens right there? He couldn't have been more open. Like, I don't know how much more separation you could have wanted from Pickens on that play right there, and Russ completely missed him. But guys, the weather and the snow is the least of our worries for this game, okay? Because while for the majority of the game, we struggled to move the ball, we couldn't make kicks, we couldn't make plays, just about everything went wrong for us in this game. Guess what? The Browns were able to move the ball. The Browns were able to make plays. It's not like we were playing in a blizzard and the Browns were playing on a 65-degree sunny fall day. They were playing on the exact same field and the exact same conditions that we were. And they made the plays early on that we couldn't. That's why we were in a deficit. That's why we were underestimating them again. Anyway, it kind of made it a moot point because a couple plays later, Russ finds CA3 for the go-ahead touchdown to make it 19-18. And for as stupid as it is, we pick off Jameis Winston. And you're thinking to yourself, my goodness, with all the crap the Steelers did wrong in this game, we're going to come away with a win. All we have to do is run out the clock, and all we have to do is make the big play, get one more touchdown on the board, and we win this game for as stupid as it is. That's when the fun begins. So, this is where this is where and why I am probably the biggest critic, if not one of the biggest critics of Mike Tomlin, not only in this community, but in this fan base, because no one else has the guts to do it. That's just how it is. So, the thing that pissed me off more than anything else in this game, and believe me, I want to yell so badly right now, but I can't, because I am not going to sit down here, wake up my neighbors, wake up my fiance, no less, and risk re-aggravating my throat. It's just not going to happen. But believe me, I want to yell so badly right now. So the Browns have it, and they're driving in our territory, and Pat Queen comes in, drills Jameis Winston on third down, and it's a forward pass by Winston as he's making forward progress with his arm, and there's no logical receiver or no what's the word? There's no eligible receiver in the vicinity for him to make a realistic play on it. You'd think that'd be intentional grounding, right? But the refs say that it's illegal touching. First of all, how is that illegal touching? They say because the center or the lineman, I didn't catch who it was, but they say that the lineman on the Browns was trying to make a catch on it, so it qualifies as illegal touching. I don't understand how you call illegal touching on that and not grounding. That's textbook intentional grounding right there. It should have been fourth down for the Browns right there. Or at the very least, there should have been 2 flags on that play. It should have been, if you had to call it illegal touching, you throw another flag on there for intentional grounding. If you have to have that stupid illegal touching call on the field. And I'm in no way, shape, or form blaming the refs for this game, okay? But I'm just pointing out what a ridiculous sequence this was right here. So that was dumb. So that was dumb enough on its own right there. But then on top of that, after they call it grounding, Tomlin accepts the penalty. Why are you accepting a grounding penalty, Mike? Do you not know that you should decline a penalty if it has no effect on your team whatsoever at that point of the penalty when the flag is thrown? Basic fundamentals. And you accept it. So you give the Browns an extra chance right there, and then thinking he can't be any more stupid, he calls his second timeout after he accepts the penalty. How does that make any sense at all? Makes no sense to me whatsoever. So instead of it being fourth down, and instead of Tomlin forcing Stefanski to make a decision on fourth down right there, which, let's be honest, I have no doubt the Browns would have converted that fourth down because that's just what they did the entire night. Okay? But it can't go unsaid. That sequence just made no sense to me whatsoever. You give the Browns another chance only to have your defense on third down give up a big play, and then you give up a run by Nick Chubb, and then he gets the game-winning touchdown. And now you have to have your quarterback drive the length of a field, basically, under a minute to go with 1 timeout in a frickin' blizzard, down by 5 points, and you need a touchdown. And I think the Browns were incredibly smart to kick it off to us because they're thinking to themselves, oh, these fools can't score a touchdown tonight. They can't score a touchdown, period. They had 7 consecutive quarters without scoring a touchdown. And look, for as much as I love that we beat the Ravens on Sunday by not even scoring a touchdown, what did I say in my recap in that video? You need to find the end zone. You can't keep wasting opportunities. Well, guess what? It came up in this game. You got 2 touchdowns, sure, but A, the mistakes cost you this time, and B, not having an extra timeout really would have helped you out here. Not guaranteeing we would have won. But that's why I come on here and I just, Mike makes me so mad. He really does. We lose so many games because of him. We used to win games because of him. Now we win games in spite of him. But is Mike the whole reason we lost? No, he's not. Okay? Is the weather the reason we lost? No, that's like I said, that's the least of our worries, and I'm just sick of seeing the color white, by the way. I mean, my jersey's white, it was white outside, we were wearing the usual white unis that the road teams wear, my thumbnail's white. Why is everything gotta be white right now? But, yeah, man, it's just inexcusable how you're 8-2 coming into this game on a 5-game winning streak. You take on one of your biggest rivals of all time who are 2-8. They got no momentum and nothing to play for whatsoever. And like I said, I thought that, yes, it could have been a bad game for us because just knowing the history, but this was something else. You were down 18-6 at one point, and you get back-to-back touchdown drives to take the lead, and all you got to do is milk the clock and wrap it up. And you completely just you completely shoot yourself in the foot in the most pivotal moments of the game. How do you lose this game? How? Just how? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I mean, look, I'm not sitting down here and saying that the season's over. It's far from over, okay? We're still 8-3 at the end of the day. You know, at least we have a mini bye coming up right now. We don't play till next Sunday against the Bengals. So, and we don't have to leave Ohio either. At least that's good. But this loss is inexcusable. Everything from the penalties that we took, everything from the big plays that we allowed, everything from the lack of offense that we had once again. And Connor Hayward, just get off this team. I'm sorry, bro. Get off the team. The only reason that he's on the team is because he's Cam's little brother. That's all. The guy is totally useless on the line. He can't block. He can't open up holes. He had 2 dumb penalties tonight with an illegal formation and a false start. He has no purpose on this team at all. Get off the team, bro. We use Mount Washington and Muth way more than you do, and you're a tight end half or a fullback hybrid. Get out of here, bro. Just stay in Cleveland, dude. I'm serious. You have no purpose being on this team. Everything from not using Mike Williams because you still feel the need to get him acclimated to the offense. You've had the guy for a friggin' month, and he had the game-winning or not even like 3 weeks. And he had the game winner against Washington. Oh, but he still needs to be acclimated, and let's keep giving Van Jefferson all these targets, right? It just makes no sense. Everything from Tomlin, everything from Arthur Smith's boneheadedness, everything from the lack of production, everything from the big plays we allowed. It was a complete failure. Inexcusable how you win the turnover battle 2-1 and you still lose. Inexcusable. Inexcusable. So I just needed to get that off my chest. And trust me, I would be a lot more energetic right now, but I think we all just need a break after this game. Maybe I'll have other thoughts on the game as the week progresses, but right now, I just need to come on here and put the recap out. Terrible game by the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're still 8-3, like I said. It's not like this ended our season or it put a severe dent in our chances of winning the North because basically what happens now, no matter what happens with the Ravens, we're still going to be in front of them. But this loss just sucks. That's all there is to it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end it. Yeah, we lose to the Browns. 3 years in a row we've lost to the Browns in Cleveland. 3. At least add a little bit of an excuse for the other 2 because our quarterbacks were just complete crap. But now you come in with a better team and you can't beat a team that's freaking 2-8. Sick and tired of this garbage, man. Stop doing this. I'm sick of it. Now I'm going to end it. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And I'm Mac, checking on out for the night. Stay warm, everybody. Have a good one.